Hi there, Save with Crypto here. Okay, so in my last two videos, this one here and this one here, I mentioned the fact that if I get some nice comments about me reviewing the Stonksy indicator by that Martini guy, or rather crypto saving expert, then I would buy it and I would review it and test it. So I've just received notification that it's been installed on my trading view. I'll show you that in a moment. And I got an email to sort of say that it had been done. The whole process took about 3 hours. In the instructions it says wait for 24 to 48 hours. So to get it done in about 3 hours is really cool. I think that has to be done manually. I don't think there's any other way around it. And I think I'm like user number 54. So I guess there's 54 users of Stonksy. So let's have a look at it. So over on TradingView, I think what I'll do is I'll make a new layout just for the Stonksy. So I'm going to go here and create new layout. I'm going to call it Stonksy. Okay, save that. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. Okay, and what I need to do is go to indicators and then go to invite only. Okay, and you'll see the invite scripts I've got quite a lot actually. Stonksy, there you go. So I'm going to favorite that one, and I think I just click it to add it. Okay. Right, so what I believe is the 1 hour is the most kind of accurate, if you like. So at the moment, I should be in a long, okay. And from the videos I've watched, it says, you know, look at this line on this oscillator here. So when you see that changing from like red to pink, that's when it's coming to the end of a downtrend. And obviously the nearer that goes to the zero line, the more likely it is to be the end of a downtrend. And indeed by then it was starting to go up, wasn't it? And then when it crosses here into this green background, that's like the confirmation that yes, the price will go up. So at the moment, that would have entered at around pretty much the price we're at now. So that's the 1 hour. The other one that seemed to be interesting was the 3 minute, when you kind of need to be fairly busy going in and out of trades. But I think for the sake of this video, that might be a good one to look at. Now, where's a period of like just black in the background, that means there's no trade to be had. So this would imply that I should be thinking about going long pretty much about now. Although you can see on the 3 minute these red and green things do change quite rapidly, don't they? Maybe let's look at it on the 5 minute. Okay, so the 5 minute implies I should still be in a short. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one, right? I'm going to wait until I see something like that red line going pink, like that. But even then, you don't know that it's going to go into a green, do you? And in fact, that one didn't. Okay, so from there to there was a no trade zone. And then it was short. Yeah, okay. Right, okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on this for a while and see what happens. I think for the moment, the 5 minute time frame is probably the one to look at.
Okay, so that last part of the video was Saturday night, and I got sleepy and I went to sleep. And during the night, on the 5 minute time frame, that red was still in the background, and then at about towards midnight, that red line there did start to go pink, and that actually would have been, and that would have been a good time to go long actually, because the price did go up to like 62.1k. On the 5 minute time frame, we are in another no trade zone. So if I'd have been awake and I'd have just traded by the background, I would have gone long here, and I would have come out about the same level, maybe a little bit higher. But that's not very much. That's just like, 0.1%. But I wouldn't have lost any money, that's for sure. Okay, so at the moment, we are waiting again for another background colour.
Now, I did notice that I'd been looking at this on the BitGet chart, which is the exchange that I normally use. For the sake of this experiment, I'm actually going to use a ByBit account, keep it separate from everything else, so I can see how the performance is. And I flicked over to the ByBit chart, and I can see here that actually went green this morning at 10:25, which is about an hour ago. Now, what happened there was it kind of like picked up a little bit and came back down again. So first of all, I'll just show you the account I'm going to use. Okay, so this is my ByBit account. You can't use ByBit in the UK unless you do KYC in a different country, and I'm using my Palo ID to KYC with ByBit, so I can use it in the UK. Once you've done that, you don't need a VPN. You get the odd pop-up saying you're not in the right country. Click here to confirm you're not a resident of the UK, and just click that, and then everything's fine. So here in the derivatives account, I've got I've got about $59 worth of Bitcoin and $6 worth of Ethereum. Now, there are actually 2 trades live at the moment because I've been messing about, basically. I think they're both okay and in profit, but they are tiny, obviously, because I haven't got much money in here. So here we've got a Bitcoin one using half my capital, which is 4.75% in profit, and then there's an Ethereum one that's literally $6 in there, so that's not even worth worrying about. So this Bitcoin one here, now, because I'm now looking at the ByBit chart and thinking, well, maybe I should have gone long there, but there again, it's back to the same price again. I don't know exactly what the significance of this line going back to the zero is. If we have a look in the past, it seems like it does happen occasionally, but it's not always the end of the world. So I think the end of a green section is normally when the green's gone really high and it comes back down, although it could be that, couldn't it? Well, I'll tell you what, let's do this just on the background colour. So let's say that I would have gone long there at 10:30, but it's now like 11:20 and it's back to the same price. So my temptation is to go long with the remainder of what I've got. So I'm just going to pick a price out of the order book, like that one there, and go along with what's remaining. Confirm that. Okay, so there's the order there. If it comes down there and fills, that's fine. If it doesn't, I won't worry because I'm in a position anyway. So currently the margin on this is like $28. So if that fills, it will be more like 55, 56, something like that. So let's see if that fills. Today is Sunday morning. There's obviously very sort of low trading on the market, very low liquidity maybe. This normally starts to pick up as the day goes on, because obviously what happens is it becomes Monday in the Asian markets and they start to trade, and you normally see some activity very late here in the UK, like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, that kind of thing. And you also get the weekly candle close, don't you? So indeed, after a few minutes of patiently waiting, that order did fill. So this one is currently using a margin of $57. It is 1.74% in profit. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on Stonksy here. If I see this turn red, I will close the trade. And I'll tell you what I'd love to be able to do is to set a alert, but at the moment I can't see how to do that, because if I click on here and I go add an alert, I can only add an alert for the actual level. So how could I do that? That might be a question for the Stonksy team, because that would be great to get an alert and then I'd know to close the trade, because I could have that on my phone. I could just do it with the app.
Okay, so it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon now on Sunday, and this green line's gone up quite a bit. In fact, I think it's actually at the 1 now, so that's as high as it goes. So that means that my trade should be in profit. Yeah, so okay, that's the trade is 6.28% in profit. I mean, it's only $3.59, but if this works well, then I'll put some more money into this and then see if I can make a Well, see if I can make the price of Stonksy back. That'd be good, wouldn't it? But yeah, so far so good. I am tempted to maybe put a stop loss about here because I'm going to go out for a couple of hours. So if it comes down, I don't want to lose any money. So say 61,965. So let's do that. 61,965. Okay, so that will just make a very small amount if it comes down. Right, so there's the stop loss. Cool. Okay, so I'll leave that for a bit and see what happens.
Okay, so it's coming up to 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon UK time, and yeah, it's all looking good actually. The price has gone up quite reasonably. So I've just marked in my average buy price. Now this wasn't quite a Stonksy price, if you like, because I already had a position open with like half the amount, and all I did with Stonksy was just add to that position. But I'm just looking here that if I'd have actually gone long on that Stonksy open there at 2 o'clock in the morning, that would have been about there. So that's the price we're looking at. So it's feasible I could have used Stonksy for that, although at this point here I probably would have bailed out. But there again, at this point here, I would have gone back in at about the same price. So, you know, it's reasonable to say that that would have been a Stonksy open if I'd have been awake in the night, which obviously I wasn't. However, this made me think, though, maybe the strategy with this should be when this goes red or goes black, at that point, maybe I should just take like half the money and then look at re-entering when it comes back, when it comes down. The reason being is I don't really want to short this market because I think overall it's very bullish. I don't want to be shorting what I consider to be a macro upwards trend. But yeah, so far this is looking good. So the price is right up there. Now, what I'm hoping for is something like what happened here, where it was up there, came back a bit, even went negative, did all that sort of thing, and meanwhile the price went up. And then that didn't actually turn red until it was right up here compared to the open down there. That was between the 3rd of October and the 5th of October. So it is feasible it could do that sort of thing again. I mean, to finish this video, I really want this to go red or black so that I can close the trade and then give an example of the first trade I've done with Stonksy where it was a winning trade. Okay, so it's 3:41 on Sunday afternoon UK time, and yeah, this is like ripping up quite nicely actually. This one is fully banged out on the top there, so that's good. You see, at this point I'd be thinking, oh, how are my EMAs doing? Now there's no reason why I can't use them at the same time, no reason at all really, but just for my own curiosity I'm just going to have a quick look. Okay, well this is looking great, isn't it? Yeah, so you got the price bursting out at the top of the VWAP, that's great. This is the 5-minute time frame, so you can see here the 21 EMA is well above the 55, that's great. And that's the cyan one is a 9 EMA. I've added the extra 5 EMA, the red one as well. That's just for a bit of fun really. Yeah, but that's looking good. Let's look at that on something like the 1 hour time frame. Oh right, okay, so the 1 hour time frame has got the yellow above the green as well. How long has that been like that? That's been like that since Friday afternoon. Okay, I didn't realise that. That's good. That's very good indeed. Okay, so we're in a kind of bullish trend anyway. I mean, probably even like the 2 hour is looking good. Oh, 2 hours getting close. Look at this. If that yellow there crosses that green, that's going to be really amazing. Interesting. I would say that everything I've seen on Stonksy is confirming what I'm seeing with these EMAs as well. That 21 EMA crossing that 55 on a 2 hour time frame. Oof, that's going to be great. See, if you look when that happened before, it was a long time ago. Well, a long time in crypto, but that was here on September the 24th when we were at 58,746. Pretty cool, hey? And that went from there to when it crossed bearish on September the 30th, when we were actually at 64,970. So that's cool as well. You know, this is a free indicator you can use. But I must admit, Stonksy is very visual, very sort of easy to understand. Let's go back to it. Okay, so on the 5-minute time frame, it just looks amazing. Let's try something like the 1 hour. The 1 hour is still saying it's in an uptrend. 2 hour is actually in a no trade zone. That's interesting. So maybe if this one goes green as well, we know the price is going to go on a bit of a tear. Well, that would be nice. It's not so good for getting this video finished though, is it? Maybe I should just finish the video here. And what I'll do is, if I decide to do things, or if I see something of interest on Stonksy, what I'll do, I'll probably upload some of those YouTube shorts just quickly explaining what I'm doing or what I'm seeing, and then I'll post that on the Telegram group. Okay, so if you want to know about that, join the Telegram announcement group, so savewith.crypto.org/TG. That's probably the best way to do that. So okay, so I think for now, I think I'll probably finish this video just so you can have a look. So I know a lot of people were quite interested in seeing how I was getting on. So yeah, this is great. This is actually 22% in profit at $13, and my original account, I can't remember how much it was worth. Was it something like $58 or something like that, wasn't it? Anyway, it's 82 now, so that's great. Okay, so getting towards 100, which is what I want. I want that to be $100, and then, you know, we've got a useful sum of money to play with. So yeah, all looking good. I'm going to close this trade when I see that 5-minute on Stonksy go red or black. Okay, so like I said, I'll let you know with a YouTube short, which I'll notify you about on both Twitter, or X as it is, and also in the Telegram group. So make sure you're following me on Twitter as well. The handle is just savewith.crypto. All links are down in the description of the video. So yeah, it's looking good. Very early days, but I would say it looks like a great indicator. I'll probably do regular update videos on Stonksy because I think it's going to be an interesting indicator, and I think it's going to be popular. If you like the sound of that, please give the video a like. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you got the notifications set on all. Any questions, leave them in the comments. And above all, tell your friends.